Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Lost Ark build video. Today I'm going to be covering Gunlancer. Gunlancer has two very distinctive builds. One is called the Red Gunlancer and the other one was called Blue Gunlancer. This stems from the color of their abilities. We're first going to cover Red Gunlancer. It's called Red, like I said, because you use red skills, aka lance skills, and these benefit also from the Lone Knight class engraving. This engraving gives you 15% crit and 50% crit damage to your red skills, and it also makes it so that you can't use Battlefield Shield, and your shield meter in defensive stance drains twice as fast. The stats you're going to need for this playstyle is focusing mainly on crit and running swift as your secondary. So that means you want a crit swift necklace and crit on the rest of your accessories. For your skills, I'm using a base of 268 skill points, but these are going to be the skills that you want to use. And out of all those skills, the most important tripods are Ready Attack for Bash, High Explosive Shot and Overcharge for Search Cannon, Weak Point Detection for Charge Stinger, Quick Prep for Shout of Hatred, and Quick Prep for Nalacious Energy. For your Awakening, you do have two options. However, 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to use Guardian's Protection because it gives you a lot of damage reduction, and it also gives you high stagger, and it grants everyone on your party push immunity. So it's really powerful, and the other one is kind of a meme. For your runes, you're going to want Focus on Malicious Energy and Shout of Hatred, Rage on Bash, Gale Wind on Charge Stinger, Search Cannon, and Gunlance Shot, Bleed on Dash Upper Fire, and Protection on Counter Gunlance. For your gems, you're going to want a Damage and CDR gem on Charge Stinger, Gunlance Shot, Search Cannon, Dash Upper Fire, and then a CDR gem for Nalacious Energy, Shout of Hatred, and Bash. For your engravings, you're going to want the Lone Knight 3 class engraving at max at first with 1 level of Supercharge. Then later on with legendary accessories, you're going to want Grudge 3, Supercharge 3, Lone Knight 3, and 1 level of Master Brawler. And then finally, with relic accessories, you can opt for Lone Knight 3, Supercharge 3, Master Brawler 3, Grudge 3, Cursed Doll 3, and eventually you can also go 1 extra level of combat readiness, so you can play what is known as Purple Gunlancer, but this is very far off into the future because you need ancient accessories, which we're not getting for a long time. For your gear set, you're going to want the Preordained Argo set, the Solar set, and for your cards, you're going to want the Lost Wind Cliff set for early on, and late game you're going to want the Light of Salvation set. Moving on to Blue Gunlancer, this one uses the Combat Readiness engraving, which increases your blue skill damage by 20%, and it also gives you 30% more shields when you're in defensive stance. This also gives you a 4% damage buff that stacks up to 3 times whenever you get hit while in defensive stance. And I want to reiterate that you have to get hit to get this damage buff. Your stats for Blue Gunlancer are going to be mainly spec and crit as your secondary, so this means you want a spec crit necklace and spec on the rest of your accessories. The reason why is because spec increases your gauge generation and your own bubble, but it also increases blue skill damage, which are literally all of your abilities. Unfortunately, you can't run swiftness on this, so we're gonna have to use Spirit Absorption later on to kind of make the class feel less clunky. For your skills, this is going to require 284 skill points as a base. You can also make do with 268, but I would highly recommend just going for 284 with this loadout. And out of all these skills, the most important tripods are going to be Ready Attack for Bash, Destruction Charge for Shield Charge, Damage Lock, Tough Strike, and Lightning Stalk for Guardian's Thunderbolt, and Survive for Nalacious Energy. For your Awakening, again, you're going to want to use Guardian's Protection for the Identity Meter and also just the shielding and utility that it has. For your runes, you're going to want Overwhelm on Dash Upper Fire, Gale Wind on Leap Attack, Guardian's Thunderbolt, and Shield Charge, Focus on Nalacious Energy and Shout of Hatred, and Rage on Bash and Bleed on Shield Bash. For your gems, you're going to want a Damage and CDR gem for Leap Attack, Guardian's Thunderbolt, Shield Charge, and Shield Bash, and a CDR gem for Bash, Nalacious Energy, and Shout of Hatred. For your engravings, you're going to want Barricade 3 and Combat Readiness at first, and then later on with legendary accessories, you can run Barricade 3, Stabilize Status 3, Cursed Doll 3, Combat Readiness 1, and then finally with relic accessories, you can run Grudge 3, Barricade 3, Stabilize Status 3, Cursed Doll 3, Spirit Absorption 2, and Combat Readiness 1. For your gear, you're also going to want to use the Preordained set, and for your cards, you will also want to run Lost Wind Cliff, and later on, you're going to want to use Light of Salvation. For Chaos Engines, these are the skills that you're going to want to use. And again, this goes off of the base of 268 skill points, just to make it more accessible for everybody. Well, anyway, that's my Gunlancer video, guys. I hope you found this video useful or entertaining. I hope it helps you out if you were wondering on how to play or build them. Let me know what you guys would like to see next in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.